from Japan, and I am leaving for New Zealand today. Luckily the flights look good today. Fingers crossed it stays that way. I'm currently going actually direct Houston to LA and then going LA to Auckland. Right now I could get first class. Extra fingers and fingers and toes crossed, because it is like a 13 or 14 or 15 hour flight. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, I am going there for the New Zealand National Championships. This is also the weekend of Thailand, Koh Samui, and I really want to play Thailand again, but when I saw there was the same weekend, I was like, let's go somewhere new. I wanted to mark at least 3 new countries off of my list of places around the world to go this year. So far I've done Japan, obviously, just got back, and then New Zealand. So we'll see how it goes today. I'm hoping it all goes smooth. You just never know when you're flying standby. It's also, I realized, going to Japan and not going for disc golf and not having to take my disc golf bag, my grip bag, it is so much easier to pack for a trip when I have a whole backpack I can fill as well. But when your backpack is filled with disc, it's a lot harder to pack in just a carry-on. So it is not very often that I get direct hub to hub. I usually have to 3-leg it, so today was extra special. And look at this amazing sunset on the way into LA. I got there a few hours early, so I just headed straight to my gate and found a spot to hang out. Once I got cleared for Polaris, I got to go in the United Club. If you do get a Polaris seat, you do get access to the United Club, which I love. I always have to go check it out, see what kind of foods and snacks they have. I wasn't really hungry, but I did get some horchata, which I thought was cool. And of course, a little glass of wine. I actually only had about 10 or 15 minutes in the lounge before I had to head back and board the flight, but I still went anyways. And I swear my grip bag is lucky because I feel like I only get first class when it's with me. Almost as soon as you get to your seat, the flight attendants will come around asking if you would like champagne or orange juice. Of course, I have to get champagne. Then they ask what your dinner choice is. Normally I get the pasta on the plane. I don't know why, but on this day I got the lemongrass chicken and it was really good. If you've watched previous videos, you know I'm obsessed with the amenity kit. And the newest one is a collab with Therabody. And I actually already own a Therabody Theragun Mini, which is great for travel. It's great for easing aches and pains after disc golf, the gym, or whatever your activity of choice is. So I really enjoyed this collab, and I love that it could double as like a fanny pack or a crossbody, so it's extra useful. So most of the amenity kits come with similar things. They usually have earplugs, facial tissues. They usually have a little card that gives you a discount code for whatever they're collabing with. It has an eye mask, grippy socks, toothbrush, toothpaste, pen. But the individual Therabody facial items are where it gets even better. Now the Sunday Riley collab was actually my favorite one, but I do really enjoy this one because it comes with the normal face cloth, hand cream, and lip balm. But this one actually comes with a hydrating facial mist and an under eye roller ball serum, which both felt so luxurious. After going through the amenity kit, it was time to put on my slippers, which are another favorite thing I like to take from first class, and get on our way.
1 through 12. Please make sure your shoulder harness is attached to your lap belt and that privacy screens between your seats may be lowered until we're airborne.
For dinner, like I said, I had the lemongrass chicken. This was so delicious. I'm a big fan of just like protein and white rice lately, so this really hit the mark. And I was really excited to try this cherry coffee cake when I saw it on the menu, but it actually ended up being super disappointing. I only ended up eating like 1 bite, but that's okay because I'm not a huge dessert person anyways. And I was definitely blessed with some beautiful sunsets and sunrises on these 2 flights. And after about 13 or 14 hours, I finally got my first glimpse of New Zealand. I said goodbye to the beautiful Dreamliner that got me there and headed through customs. I always get local currency from an ATM before I even leave the airport, and this one was extra cool because it has mushrooms on it, and everybody who knows me well knows I love mushrooms. There was a lot of construction going on at Auckland Airport, so it was a little confusing finding where I was supposed to get picked up to get to the rental car spot, but finally I figured it out. After I got to the rental car center, I had to wait quite a while for the car because apparently I booked it for like a few hours later than my arrival. Not sure why, but anyways, finally I got the car and all was well. The first thing I do now, anytime I get a rental car, is do a walk around on video to check for any blemishes, anything they might try to charge me for. The guy was very adamant about the windshield and wanted me to buy extra protection because of windshield chips. So luckily I got this one on camera ahead of time to prove later that I didn't do it. Just got my rental car. I had to wait like an hour and 15 minutes because I got in early and for some reason I booked it kind of late. But my rental car, where you drive on the right side, and I'm low-key freaking out. So y'all pray for me. My first stop was a gas station for some snacks, of course. All right, I'm almost to the course, but I wanted to stop at this gas station real quick. I got crispy roast chicken chips, and the package is really cute. Range-free, non-cage potatoes. These bacon flavored bites, I don't know. And then this, it smells like a Hot Pocket. I have no idea what it is. It's hot and I'm gonna eat it in a few minutes. First glimpse of a basket here. This is a one-lane road. I hope I don't interact with anybody. I just got to Bella. This course, I don't even know. I don't know anything. Cheers. That's weird. It's like bread and meat. Not really getting the cheese. It'll hold me over though. Bella was absolutely beautiful. The fairways were insane. The rough was rough, but it was such a gorgeous course. I'm also obsessed with these New Zealand baskets, the RPM baskets actually. The sun is definitely much more intense down there. You do have to wear a lot of SPF, especially if you're as pasty as me, but overall it was just stunning. I played a partial round and then headed to meet my friend Yo and her husband. She is from DFW but originally from New Zealand, so I went and grabbed lunch with them. Adventures. Thank God she's driving because I would have been out of there. This has the worst turn radius for a car. Should we shotgun it next time? After lunch and a quick grocery run, we headed back to Bella to get some practice in together. And I'll drop her socials below because she has some really awesome disc golf content as well.
Oh shit.
Did it make it there?
Yeah, but I don't. I gotta go get it.
And one thing about me is I'm always gonna stop for a photo op. This course just had so much personality. I love a course that incorporates artwork or anything like that. So this one was really, really cool.
Gonna go left into the bushes. I'll just try it, and if I early release this one.
Dude, she's huge.
I feel like that's the play.
That's the play. Afterwards, we headed to the orchard. This is appropriately named because it is actually on an orchard. And the elevation out here was wild. This is probably one of the more elevated courses I have ever played, and it's definitely the most elevated open course I've ever played. Okay.
There's gonna be more people.
This is what I had to do to hunt for my disc, and I got so lucky. If it didn't land right there, it would have been a goner. If you land in here off the first tee, you are donezo, and I cannot tell you how lucky I got. This is probably the most lucky bad luck shot I've ever had.
Nope.
And they actually encourage everyone to find the ripe fruit and eat it, which is really cool. I feel like here you can see a little more of the elevation, but the videos just still don't do it justice.
Nah, we go.
I'm gonna look like a pig in a blanket.
Now this is where you go for the Eagles. I believe in you. Do it.
We had such a fun practice round. I always love playing with Yo, and I don't get to do it enough. After our round, I headed back to the Pack and Save, which was the grocery store we had stopped by quickly earlier, but at the time I didn't have any way to keep food cool, so I went back so I could get stuff for the Airbnb. I didn't know the Airbnb situation yet, so I got a random assortment of things that I could easily make, like these already made pancakes. Of course, you know how to get sushi for dinner. They also had some random items like this pickle naze. I didn't get it, but I thought it was interesting. And this is probably the worst job I've done international grocery shopping, but whatever. I keep opening up the passenger side, thinking it's the driver's side. It's so weird. I don't think I'll ever get used to it. The next morning, I got up and made some of this instant coffee. A lot of places you go in other countries, instant coffee is way more popular than fresh brewed coffee, so I bought some of these just to try them out. Actually weren't too bad. So for breakfast, I had half of a protein shake, these pre-made pancakes, and the instant coffee. And before it was time to go, I made a little rice cake sandwich for the road. All right, I just got back to Bella. It is 12:27. I definitely got a late start today, but today is just another practice day, so it's not that big of a deal. We played part of Bella yesterday. I need to play the whole thing because it is tight, it is technical, it is breezy. Hopefully I don't lose anything. I heard a lot of people were. And then the orchard was pretty wide open. I don't necessarily need to play that one again today because it is so open. You can pretty much see all the baskets. I think the holes that I needed to play, we played yesterday. So we'll see how I feel. I have the worst crick in my neck. I was already having this issue and it had kind of gone away. And then I did something early this morning at like 5 a.m. when I first woke up. And it's really bad again. Hopefully playing works it out. Anyways, I am about to eat my little baby lunch. I have my rice cake sandwich that y'all saw me putting together. I just dropped it, but I called it before it hit the floor because y'all know I like to drop food in the car. And then chicken chips are my favorite. And we don't really have chicken chips in the US, but every time I go international, I get chicken chips. And these are so hilarious. Every single one we have like this crazy story, and it's like Uncle Kenny on an adventure, and I have an Uncle Kenny, which is funny. They're pretty good. They're ruffly. Tastes just like fried chicken. I can already tell the course is going to be insanely crowded. There's so many cars parked along the street, but it's fine. I don't have anything I really need to do today, so it's just kind of like a chill practice day. So if this round takes forever, which I'm guessing it will, that's okay. I almost got impaled by bamboo. Okay, my disc is over here somewhere. And there's actually no snakes in New Zealand, but there are eel, and if you see right there, apparently they bite. So I'm trying to stay away from this dude and any of his family members. Just finished up a full round at Bella. It was a lot of fun. Like I said yesterday, it is rough. You definitely don't want to play it alone because you want spotters. I was playing by myself, and then I caught up to this other group, and it was actually 3 Americans who have been living in the South Island of New Zealand for like 10 years. And I ended up just playing the whole round with them. They were playing the longs, I was playing the shorts, but I figured it'd be better to have someone who knew the course and also like help out with lost disc and whatnot. So that was actually a lot of fun. It was really cool. It was like picking their brains about like living here, and I'm not sure what's going on tonight, if there's anything going on tonight. I need to check disc golf scene, but I don't have good service here, so I'm going to get a little further away from here and then see if there's anything going on. I don't really know, like I don't have any plans. I don't know. I know there's night markets like every single night, but they move around, so I've got to figure that out because I would love to go to a night market. I think right now I'm just gonna head to a McDonald's though. I checked everywhere. They have Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell. I checked everywhere just to see if there's like any super unique items that I have to try. There wasn't anything like super crazy, so I might go there and try some things, and then maybe I'm sure they have Wi-Fi, so then I'll figure out my next move from there. I headed to the nearest McDonald's to see what they had. I always love ordering on these screens because I can go through every single thing and kind of take my time. I ended up getting the almighty Texan barbecue burger. You know, I had to see what the Texan burger was all about all the way in New Zealand. This one had cheese, bacon, caramelized onions, mayonnaise, and barbecue sauce. All the things I love together. And another funny fact about McDonald's in New Zealand, they actually call it Macca's, which I think is just a funny nickname for it. So usually when I go to McDonald's in the US, I get chicken-based things because I just don't like the meat they use, the so-called beef. But here, I felt like the quality was way better. This burger was huge, it was juicy, it tasted fresh, there was sauce dripping out of it, which is exactly how I like my burgers, and it just seemed a lot better quality. The bacon was a little odd. It kind of was more like Canadian bacon than regular bacon, but overall, this burger was really good. I feel like this is probably a hidden gem, but I was so glad I found it and tried it. Gion sorbets, they had all kind of unique Filipino flavors. They had black sesame, ubi. I got the coconut pandan or pandan. I don't really know how to say it, sorry. I also got this little queso one to go, which is actually like a cream cheese icing flavor, not queso like we think of queso in Texas where it's like cheese dip. But yeah, this was phenomenal. So good and unique, and I'm so glad I tried it. I was gonna find more things to do that evening, but it just rained, so I ended up just staying in the Airbnb and relaxing with the windows open, with the sound of rain coming in, and taking advantage of it not being 90 degrees in the Airbnb because there wasn't actually AC upstairs in my room, or if there was, they didn't have it turned on. I don't remember. It was hot. So I just took full advantage of a little cooler temperature and some relaxation before the competition rounds the next day.